Hello, my lovely earth signs, Taurus, Capricorn, and Virgo. This is a little bit different. Your reading this month, instead of doing individual signs, I've decided to do the elements as a collective. So this is a general reading for the collective earth element energies, Taurus, Capricorn, and Virgo for the month of November 2009 or 18. I was getting a year ahead of myself. The reason that I decided to do this was with Venus retrograde and the residual energies from September, October still very much present for the month of November. So those things which you have been dealing with in September and October, it's like, you know, we will be looking at them again for the month of November, which is why the collective reading. With retrograde energy, we have all the rays, so the reassessment, the recovery, the reobservation, the reflection, and the redoing. It's sort of a bit like 2 steps forward and 1 step back with miscommunications, and has been the case for me, technological hiccups. I always try to look at retrogrades as a do-over with the opportunity to make better choices this time round. So I actually get to look and re-look at things from our past. So a lot of those things, as I said, that you were thinking about, rehashing, going over, redoing, having the same conversations with the same people with no result in the positive form. Yes, unfortunately, it's a bit like that for the month of November for us as well. Okay, earth signs. What do earth signs most need to know for the month of November 2019? What do earth signs most need to know for the month of November 2019? Okay, Taurians, let's see what we have. Okay. The energy that underlies this reading for you today is the 4 of discs. So for many of you, you will be focused on possession, stability, the gifts that you have, looking at obstacles being removed so that you can create a firm foundation within the 3D realm. Many of you have actually come into the month of November feeling quite anxious. You know, this can be a period for some of you of martyrdom, cruelty, deception, learnt strength from this. However, there are things, and for some of you, you know, your mind won't switch off, that monkey chatter, and you find yourself suffering from insomnia. Again, this is a general reading, so if it resonates with you, beautiful. If not, take that which does and let go of everything else. There's discs here. You have the 7 of discs, the 2 of discs, and you also have the 10 of discs. So for some of you, dear earth signs, you may be looking at, you know, extra money coming in the form of inheritance, usually family, win, or unexpected money. So at some point within the month of November, you may find yourself in a far more, you know, improved financial position. You also have the 7 of discs. So this is, you know, all about your wishes, desires of the heart that are being brought into the 3D reality. However, those things that have been extremely dear to your heart, and those wishes that you have really expected to have manifested themselves within your realm, haven't quite come there. There's been a little bit of discontentment within and around these. You have the King of Cups. So for many of you, this feeling of disappointment and that your dreams and wishes and goals have not been obtained is very much within the emotional realm. You've been trying to juggle decisions, make decisions, and your indecision has been due to the actual difficult time that you find yourself in. How can I put it? You're wanting to feel like the Queen of Cups. You wanted to feel like you are in control of the emotional situation. However, as you know, you've found through the worry and discontentment and some of the cruelty and deception that has crossed your path, you have really not been in control of how things have panned out. We are in retrograde season, and with Venus retrograde, it has been, you know, as I said earlier, 2 steps forward, 1 step back. Things that we've been putting in place, plans, agreements that we have been reaching with others, haven't been coming to full fruition. So it's left us all feeling, or earth signs feeling, a little bit discontented with the way that things have panned out. However, instead of focusing on that which you don't have, that which has not succeeded, get out of the negativity and start looking. You know, you have 1 cup on offer that you're not really interested in. However, there are 3 other more offers, you know, presenting themselves for you to grasp and move forward. You are emotionally supported. However, through your own choices of isolation, withdrawal, and self-reflection that you have been going through and doing over the months of September, October, and continuing on through November, have left you feeling, you know, like you have too many balls in the air. There are too many indecisions. Things need to be sorted. You really need to look at what it is that you truly do desire. What is working for you? Which path, if you choose it, which person, if you choose it, for those of you that this is relevant, you know, is going to help you get out of this difficult time, is going to get you out of the, you know, 7 of Swords energy. Beautiful cards. You know, right underneath the 7 of Swords, which is a lot of overactive mental activity, overthinking situations. If you can let go of the mental chatter and actually look at the facts that are actually presenting themselves in a 3D reality. So, you know, it's almost like get out of the 5D, get out of the mind chatter and look at the star. You know, this could be an Aquarius type energy, Aquarius type person for some of you. However, the star brings with it bright possibilities, divine gifts. This is coming your way. You have the strength to overcome the indecision, to overcome the disappointment, to overcome the cruelty, and for some of you, the deception that you have been subjected to. You have the Ace of Swords. So, you know, this is total victory, divine justice, removal of blockages, bringing in, for those of you that are entrepreneurial and self-employed, success, you know, with a new enterprise. You have the Wheel of Fortune, so this is all about new beginnings, destiny working on your behalf, and you actually reaping the rewards. Again, followed by the Ace of Swords, which brings with it new beginnings, inspiration. So, you know, you'll be offered opportunities and gifts. There are 2, because you have, you know, I'm looking at the 2 Ace of Swords and Ace of Wands here. And the Ace of Wands is sitting underneath the 2 of Discs. So within and around your fiscal, financial, working environment, you actually have 2 opportunities or 2 paths that you can choose. One will suit you better. So look at that which gives you joy. Look at that which, when you do it, at the end of the day, you can say, okay, ta-da, I just exchanged a day in my life and ta-da, this is what I've done with it. This will help you get out of the 10 of Swords energy. There are, for some of you, unfortunately, been a female, very emotional female, who has left you feeling face down in the sand and feeling stabbed in the back. However, there's only way up from here. You know, from now on, there's only bright possibilities. You have the Ace of Swords, the Ace of Wands. The Star is here. You need to let go of the disappointment. Allow the unexpected money to come in. So if you find yourself looking at, and this is a very strong message, so for some of you, again, this will resonate. For others, let it go, move on. You will find, for those of you that have been dotting your I's, crossing your T, putting into plan an action plan to start a new business. However, if you found it stalled due to lack of finances, you may find an offer comes in of, you know, the extra money that you need. This is absolutely beautiful. You may start this month, dear Earth signs, feeling overtired, exhausted, at the end of your tether, like you really can't go on. However, as this month progresses, you will find that doors start opening up, the light starts shining in. You know, you do have the strength to come to grips with the situation. You do have the tenacity, dear Earth signs. You have the strength, the intestinal fortitude and the tenacity to see things through to completion. Of all the signs, you do this best. So do one thing at a time, write your to-do lists and get that project started. Don't let discontentment hold you back. You know, don't let it leave you sitting there, not moving forward, not putting into action, not doing the things that you need to do. There are physical things that you need to do. For some of you, it's like, you know, for God's sake, get out of your bedroom, get out of the couch, get moving, get outside if you need to stimulate that movement, and then start doing the things that physically you need to do. You've been putting it off for too long, and now is the time. Okay. I was wondering if the Tower card would come up, and there she is, sitting right underneath your discontentment. You know, you have been, you know, had the Hermit energy. So you need to use caution and discretion. Seek the wise advice that you need. But, you know, as you have been doing coming into this month, you know, take some quiet reflection time. You know, Judgment is here. These are, you know, Judgment card and the energy that comes with it is about legal agreements, truth, negotiations. This is the time to put your words into actions, to take a deep breath and speak your truth. You know, you do have the Tower card, which, you know, at times feels like a bit of a catastrophe and complete reorganization of life. So for some of you, you know, you will be looking at grasping the opportunities that the Wheel of Fortune provides for you, taking advantage of those who are there physically, emotionally, spiritually and financially to support you. You know, you have another Ace of Cups. So for many of you Earth signs, this is a time, November is the month of new beginnings. You know, the Ace of Cups is all about fulfillment, joy, plenty. Once you can let go of that which no longer serves you and make the moves that you need to make, put into place the changes physically, emotionally, spiritually that you need to do, then, you know, your cup will run over. You will be able to fill your own cup. You know, the Nine of Cups, you know, this is the arrival of opportunities, work ideas on offer. They are in their, you know, infancy. They haven't come to full fruition. However, you have the Queen of Swords. So you have the intellectual property, know-how, the words, the ability to cut through, sorry for using a swear word, the bullshit, and get into the truth of the matter so that you can move forward, so that you can make the changes, so that you can say the appropriate things at the appropriate time. And I'm being reminded that for some of you, this will be a case of saying the appropriate things at the appropriate time is a case of, you know, saying what you need to say, blowing your own trumpet in business meetings, in interviews, in negotiations with those that you need to work with in the future. Okay, let's see what the angels have in store for you, dear Earth signs, for the month of November. Earth signs, month of November. What do Earth signs, month of November most need to know? What do Earth signs, month of November most need to know? And there she is. Absolutely perfect. It's like with the adversity that has been going on for you in the month, as this is, Venus retrograde, a lot of the energies will be a flow over and a hangover from September and October. So, many of you, dear Earth elements, have been feeling like your cage has been rattled. You have taken a really good, hard look at yourself, and it's rattled your confidence a little bit. It is when we really do the deep spiritual work that the greatest spiritual growth happens. You're coming into a phase of your own. It is time to regain your power. Acknowledge the true, child of the universe in all its full glory that you are. You have gifts to offer this world that are of great import. At times we can't see them for what they actually are, but your work is important, and you need to know that you are important. Your needs are important. Many of you have been, giving and not receiving. You're the first there when people need a hand. If somebody's moving and you have a ute, man, you're there. However, you're also the last to put your hand up when it's time for you to get a bit of assistance. So, okay. The angels have confidence. Moving forward does not necessarily require you to have confidence in yourself. Confidence in God is enough, along with knowing that God works through you and with you in all ways. Lean upon us if your confidence wavers, and we will bring your courage, your courage and faith. So this is a month of regaining your mojo, Earth signs. Kick-starting your energy again. For many of you, you're coming out of a time of stagnation, a time of immobility. So it's time to get moving with confidence, knowing that you are supported. Yes, change is on its way. Yes, there are new beginnings on many fronts. However, change is just that. Sometimes it is better to have no relationship with the opportunity of having a relationship that is truly fulfilling and wonderful and supporting than anything else. So it's time to let go of that which is not serving you and move forward and towards that which will bring you great joy, abundance on all levels, emotional support. Get out of the 7 and the 10 of swords energy and into these aces. I love the fact that you have so many aces. Many blessings to you, Earth signs. Love, light. Enjoy your November. Thank you for your subscribes, likes, shares. Greatly appreciated. Namaste.